These past 18 months have been synonymous with performance and sport for Audi. They have introduced the S4, S8, S6 and RS4. Here today, the fast and most powerful S3 to date.
Mama, you told me. Mama, you told me.
Since it first turned up in 1998, it has gained 55 brake horsepower to become the premium and most powerful compact in its sector. It is also the only one to have all-wheel drive. It doesn't have a proper rival except perhaps for the BMW 130i or even perhaps the new Mazda 3 MPS. It has a reputation beyond reproach, which is by far its biggest strength. The Audi 3 inherits the history of the S version as well. The first S1 appeared in 1985, which was the final Quattro Sport version. Then came the S2 in 1990, which was a derivative of the Audi 80. Today there are more than 150,000 S versions sold, of which 32,000 of them are S3s. The well-known 265 brake horsepower 2-litre TFSI turbo engine still powers the S3 and has a torque measurement of 350 Newton-meters. To reach this performance level, the variable admission and compression ratio have been reworked. The pistons, bearing and manifold have been reinforced. The injectors are larger and now the turbo pegs out at 1.2 bars. Of course, this 2-litre comes with a 6-speed manual gearbox. There's no plans for an eventual automatic transmission. Aesthetically, the Audi S3 remains discreet despite the particularly efficient. First, it was lowered by 25mm. It is also different thanks to the purpose-built lower bodywork, a roof spoiler that matches the colour of the bodywork, aluminium side mirrors, 7-spoke 18-inch wheels, an air diffuser, twin-pipe exhaust, a single-frame radiator grille, and finally, the S3 badge. It is both elegant and sporty. The interior is all very discreet, but the ergonomics are well thought out. The finish is also always top drawer. The interior can be transformed to that of the RS4 with a sport steering wheel and bucket seats on option. Audi invited us to test drive the all-new S3 on the Pau Arno circuit, which could show what the car is made of. But in fact, the S3 wasn't built for this sort of exercise, which has a tendency to exaggerate the handling defects. In spite of this, the S3 is plenty quick and completely safe, even though the front end tends still to wander, in part to the near 1,500 kilogram weight of the car. Remember, if you will, the Haldex auto-blocking equips the S3 and not the Torsen system that is found on the RS4. And thus, the four-wheel drive is not a rear-wheel type like its big brother. It reacts more like a front-wheel drive. Having said that, the S3 is indeed very effective. Where the S3 really shows what it's made of is on the twisty mountain roads, and that's where the fun begins. The motor is plenty strong and there's torque all over the place. As for the suspension, the Audi S3 is also up to the task and comfortable to boot. It never delivers a nasty surprise and offers confidence to its driver. When hot, the brakes lose a bit of endurance, but they come back once they've had a chance to cool down. One negative, though, is that the ABS activates a little too early and a little too often. This new generation S3 is the most advanced to date. It's the quickest and best built, but also the most expensive in its sector.